Hello students, in this video we are going to study the basic structure of a flower. But before we go into the details, let's try to find out what is a flower. So a flower is the sexual reproductive structure of a plant. It is that structure of the plant that is involved in sexual reproduction. It is that structure that produces the male gamete of the plant and female gamete of the plant. Now, just to recall briefly, what is the gamete? Gametes are the cells that are involved in the process of sexual reproduction. Like in human beings, the male gamete is sperm and the female gamete is ovum. Similarly, in plants also, the male gamete is produced in the male part of the flower and female gamete is produced in the female part of the plant, that is carpel. Now, there is considerable variation in size, shape and color of the flower. अलग अलग size, shape, color के होते हैं flowers. But the basic structure of all the flowers that remains the same. A typical flower basically consists of four parts. You can say parts or they are also called whorls. A typical flower basically consists of four whorls or four parts. They are sepals, petals, stamen and carpel. Now we'll go through each part one by one. Let's start with sepal. Sepal is the green part of the plant. This one. This is the green part of the flower at the base. And the basic function of sepal is to protect the flower when it is in bud stage. During bud stage, if you recall, all the parts are inside the bud and the green part is on the outermost. So this green sepal part, this protects all the other inner parts. Now, what's the difference between sepal and calyx? Now, individual part is called sepal and a group of sepal is collectively called calyx. Coming to the next part, the next part is petal. Here also you can see this one is a petal. The colored part of the flower is called petal, this part. This is called petal. Now individually it is called petal and collectively a collection of petals is called as corolla. Now what is the function of petal? Petals are colored to attract pollinators like insects. What are pollinators? Pollinators are those organisms that are involved in the process of reproduction, that are involved in the process of pollination. Basically, they are insects. So petals are colored with a reason to attract insects for the process of pollination. Now, the third part, let's come to the third part, that is stamen. Now, this is the male reproductive part of the flower. And here also individually it is called stamen and a collection of stamens is called as androecium. Collectively it is called androecium. Now, a typical stamen further consists of two parts, anther and filament. Now see, this one is the anther part, the lobed structure. This is the part that produces pollen grains. So inside anther, pollen grains are produced. And this anther is connected to the base of the flower with the help of this stalk, which is called filament. So a stamen consists of anther that produces pollen grain and filament which attaches this anther to the base of the flower. Now let's come to the next part, that is the female reproductive part of the plant. This is called as carpel or pistil. Individually it is called as carpel or pistil, and collectively a group of carpel or pistil is called as gynoecium. So don't get confused. When it is individual, it is known as carpel or pistil, and a collection of this thing is called as gynoecium. Similarly, individually it is called stamen, and collectively it is called an androecium. Individually, the part is called petal, and a collection of petal is called corolla. Individually, sepal, and a collection of sepal is called calyx. Hope this is clear. Now, a carpel consists of three parts: stigma, the uppermost sticky part, this one. This is stigma part, which I am coloring. Stigma. This part is concerned with, it is the part that receives pollen grain after pollination. So anthers, they release pollen grain, and the pollen grains land on stigma. So stigma is the part that is concerned, that is designed to receive pollen grains after pollination. Then this leads to stigma is further joined by a long stalk which is known as style, this one. The function of style is to connect stigma to the base part which is called as ovary. Now see, this swollen part at the base is called ovary, this one. And inside the ovary we have got a structure called ovule. So if that was ovary, so here we have got ovule. Ovary, ovule. Ovule is that structure that bear the female gamete, that is the egg cell. So first we have got ovary, then inside ovary we have got ovule, and inside the ovules we have got what? We have got the female gamete called as egg cell, this one. See, so this is the egg cell. I hope this is clear. Again, let's try to find out. Now see, stigma, style, ovary, inside the ovary ovule, and inside the ovule we have got egg cell. Now what is this part? This is called receptacle or the base of the flower. This part is called receptacle or the base of the flower, where all the walls, all the parts rest. इसी पे सारे parts टिके होते हैं. And this is followed by a stalk of the flower, flower की डंडी, flower का stalk, which is called as peduncle. This is called peduncle, this part. Peduncle is that part of the flower that attaches the flower with the main stem. So if this is a stem, suppose here we have got a stem,